The novelist tries ever so hard. Zarastro's going further in front. Snippets is all over. Zarastro, too good for them. 2.5.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop, episode 403, proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. This morning we'll preview our 11 runners at Eagle Farm on Saturday. Tony, good morning. A great start to the new racing season. Highlight certainly Boomtown Boss down in Flemington there at the Aurie Star. How was your little trip down to Melbourne with a little boss man?
Yeah, it was good. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, everyone. It was a good start to the season, wasn't it? Really good win by him. I've been thinking for some time that he'd make a really nice straight horse, and so we got him to Melbourne quite early, settled him in. The team at Kieran's at Cranbourne, they've done a really good job with the horse. To me, watching the race unfold, I thought he was going to win a way out, to be honest, like knowing the sort of finish this horse has. So very proud of him and thankful for the help of Kieran's team with him. He's on his way home now. We're going back in Queensland today. He'll have a short rest now, or a nice rest, and embark on what we hope is going to be a very fruitful summer carnival, particularly targeting Magic Millions Day for him, then hopefully a trip back down to Melbourne again early in the new year. On the home soil here, it was good to see Precise Star go on his winning way at the Gold Coast. I think he was really dominant. We'll see him make his way to the midweeks or Saturdays now, and he's going to be a real city class galloper, I'm sure. Particularly this time of year, as we can just poke him through his grades. And then obviously Saturday in town, Braveheart, really good. He's had sustained a long prep. He had to do a lot of work from that wide draw, and it was good to see Leah. She gels with him really well. It was great to see her get the job done on him, and for the ARC boys. Obviously, two winners on the day, Braveheart and Precise Star. So there have been plenty of, I'm sure, drinks flowing for those connections. So it was a great start to the new season. You get that big off season, don't you? We had one day. So
if that.
It was great to kick it off like that, but obviously the highlight was that Group 3 Aurie Star, which I hadn't won for 15 years, people reminded me. Certainly showing my age.
And also just a special mention to Will Galloway, our apprentice, stepping out for the first time at Gatton last Thursday as well. A couple of rides there, and he was got the chocolates there. So. Yeah,
it was good for Will and his whole family. They were all there. I'm not sure about poking that tongue out, mate, on the winning line. Obviously, I know it's to your family, but the whole world saw it. But no, really good for him. He's been at the coast now for some time, and it'd been a long time coming getting him to the races there. And I know he'd been so excited to get there, and he rode really well all day, to be honest. So he's doing a good job, Will. He's at the embryo stage of his career, but he's certainly there to go through the grades. He's got a good skill set, and he's a lovely young man. So it was good to see him, and just the excitement his whole family got out of the day. Those moments are pretty special, and a shout out to Tim and the team at First Light, giving him the colours off his first race win. I think that's a pretty good gesture. So well done to all involved, and congrats, Will, on your first win.
Well done, everyone. And now we'll get stuck into our preview of our Eagle Farm runners this Saturday. The rail is in the 3 metre position. Track currently a soft 5, but pretty good weather conditions over the coming days. So you're expecting that track to get to a good 4?
This is your normal time, August. Ekka's on next week. We haven't got the Ekka wins yet. I don't know where they are, but they will come. They always do. We'll get good ground for sure. It's a pretty low rail, so they'll be skirting off fence in the straight, which is pretty standard. But we'll get to a good 4 here. Weather's still quite cool, so it'll be that winter good 4. But I think it'll play very similar to what you saw at Eagle Farm a couple of Saturdays ago.
We'll get stuck into race 2. It is the benchmark 78 handicap over 2,400 metres. We'll have Chillaxing in this race. We'll carry 58 kilos. Daniel Moore on board and drawn barrier 8. Early odds to Ladbrokes are $10 for the win, $3.20 for the place. He was a winner over 2,000 a couple of starts ago. Solid run last start in a similar kind of grade over 2,200. It is a bit of a tricky draw, but Daniel knows him so well.
Yeah, he does. He was 2,500 before that at Ipswich. He's a bit tricky. I think if we could find the forward to midfield, a third pair, maybe position, and get a smother, it'd be good. I just don't know how we get in there from where we are. So I'll break this race up a bit more with Luke and Dan as we get in towards Saturday. There's no doubt a horse like him would love cutting the ground. I love this race being earlier. I think him racing earlier in the day when the track still got more juice in it is important to him. And he can race well. He can race really well. The trip's no concern at all. We saw that at Ipswich. He flew home at the end of 2,500 on what was quite a leader bias track, or inside bias track on the day. So distance no concern. Horse in good shape. Right race for him. We're just going to try and execute the ride well, which isn't easy on a horse like his, but no one knows him better than Dan.
We'll move on to race 4. It is a cutest 3-year-old handicap over 1,000 metres. We'll have 2 runners in this race. First of those we'll preview is Boonie Boom. Will carry 52.5 kilos with Benny Thompson on board and drawn barrier 6. Early odds to Ladbrokes are $2.30 for the win, $1.26 for the place. Scratch from last week, so she'll step out, return to the races this weekend. Has recovered well. She gets the conditions to suit. Benny knows her well. She's certainly an apprentice impressive filly. How do you think it sets up for her?
Sets up pretty well. I mean, you obviously got Chris Munster's horse in there that's compressed the weights down for her, so we all get in light at the weights. She's an impressive horse. She'll jump. She'll find a prominent position. There looks to be a bit of pressure in the race for mine, so it doesn't matter where she is really. She can be on speed or right on top of the people we saw the other day, or she can come back a pair. She's pretty versatile. What she has got is a lot of class, talent about her. If you don't worry about the scratching last week, she just banged the leg, had a bit of swelling. I wasn't keen to risk her, so that's all 100%. She's worked well Tuesday, and she looks really good going into this. She's a better version of herself into this than what she was when she won the maiden. She's waited to win. She's got the right jockey on. She's very hard to beat.
The second horse we'll preview for this race is Tale of Tass. Will carry 52 kilos with Emily Lang on board and drawn barrier 9. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $7.50 for the win and $2.25 for the place. A newcomer to the stable over the past few weeks, won impressively on debut in Rockhampton a few weeks ago now. Certainly shown good ability up there. It is a bit of a test for her, but the market certainly found her, and she's been working well here, settled in well here.
Yeah, she has. She's just drawn a bit stickier than I'd like, but she's certainly in good order. She's sharp enough sort of filly, coming down from Clinton Taylor's team there. They do a good job, so she's well educated. Nice filly. The barrier concerns me. Rocky, maiden grade to down here is a big jump, but what she showed me in work is she's up to city grade. She's just got to be able to overcome the gate. So the gate's a bit of a stickler for me, but she's certainly in good enough shape. We can get a nice enough run, she can be competitive. But there's something about Boonie Boom. She's above average. I see the market's already really pushed hard for Chris Munster's horse, the top weight, and then mine's off. It'll want to be good to carry that weight with the weight discrepancy between both of them.
We'll move on to race 7. It is the benchmark 78 handicap over 1,600 metres. We'll have Livalittle in this race. We'll carry 58 kilos after Leah Martin's 3 kilo claim. Drawn barrier 13. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $4.80 for the win, $2 for the place. Very impressive second up. We've got the win there at this track and trip for Leah, so she knows him well. Staying at the mile for this run. We'd love a little bit more cut it in the ground. A bit tricky from that gate. How do you think it sets up for Kim?
I think it's okay. I think the track will play to swooping on again. I just ride him quiet again, I think. The Mile Eagle Farm suits. Grade definitely suits him. He's a horse destined for better races. I think with the claim, he's gone up in weight, but he's come back in grade. So I think he's well placed, the horse. And he appreciates being let him find his feet early, and she'll just track up behind the right horses and be strong late. While that race rails down quite low, horses can come from anywhere on this track and win it. In fact, sometimes it's hard to be leading up near the paint. It's better to be just off and swooping into the races. It can be hard work up there. So I've got no concerns really with him. He's in great nick. He's better. He was second up a mile. He's
from 12
he's
to a mile.
He's now third up. He's better. He was going to peak the other day, and he got the job done. He's a better horse going into this. So I think he's a better version of himself. He's very hard to beat.
We'll move on to race 8. It is the Classics handicap over 1,200 metres. We'll have 3 runners in this race. First of those we'll preview is Bossed Up. We'll carry 59 kilos. Ryan Maloney on board and drawn barrier 5. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $4 for the win, $1.75 for the place. Been racing consistently, hasn't been far away his past 3 runs. Last start this track and trip, probably got exposed a little bit early and just punctured late. But if we can get the right run here, nice low draw, how do you think it sets up for him?
I think he sat on a firm enough speed, close enough. And then we had to make our run early, wide and early, and that doesn't suit him. He's got to be smothered up and then come at him at 1,200 with one run. This gate's so much better.
Yes.
Barrier 5. We're going to get the perfect run here behind him. He'll just be sitting there doing no work, and you can see Pug just producing him at the right time. 59 is my only concern. I'd love to have a bit of weight off him, but he's going to get the right run. When he gets the right run, he's competitive in anything. So, I think we take our chances with the 59, and I love the run he's going to get.
Second horse we'll preview is Fragile Love. We'll carry 50.5 kilos after Leah Martin's 3 kilo claim. Drawn barrier 10. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $9 for the win, $2.80 for the place. She won last start, went second up at this track and trip with a booming finish, coming from the back when it was a tough day to make up ground there. Leah's had a benefit of having a sit on her, and she gets a really nice lightweight for her on Saturday.
I think it's important. I think as the day unfolds, if the track plays to what I think it will, like it did a couple of weeks ago, I think she'll shorten this thing in the market with no weight on her back. A lot of these Class 6 horses have been around a while. They've been there punching around in this grade. I don't see any sort of, superstars there that are going to go on and win a Group 3 in a month. I'm not saying that she will, but I think with the weight discrepancy, she has no weight in her back. Leah will just ride her to find her feet. She'll be mid to back and just tracking up and being strong. She was a good win the other day. Obviously, she's got to improve off that, but I think she's going better going into this. She's fitted into the system really well, this mare. I think with no weight on her back, she can run really well here, particularly the way this track I think will play.
The third horse we'll preview for this race is Surprise Honey. Will carry 53 kilos with Daniel Moore on board and drawn barrier 1. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $8 for the win, $2.60 for the place. Been a tad unlucky this preparation. Did a lot of work mid-race last start. Was in the lead until the last furlong or so. Blinkers come off. Gets a nice low draw, nice light weight. How do you think it sets up for her?
Good ground, low draw, and the blinkers off's a key. We put the blinkers on a few preps ago when she was just wandering around and not icing races. I think now with them on, you see she's just too competitive mid-race. She's got to be able to drop that bridle to give herself a chance, and that's the key to her. Her work's outstanding. She looks great. She's deep into a prep like some of these horses are, but she's I think Daniel's a good booking for her. She's got no weight in her back. She's going to just do no work in run, whether she's there or there. She can either be in front of them or she can be second pair. I think with those blinkers off, if she can look after herself a bit more in that midsection, she can have a lot more to offer late. Right track, right trip. All three of these are really good chances in the race. It's hard for me to decide, to be honest, because these light-weighted horses at 1200 have got such a good chance in this race for the runs they're both going to get, how the track plays. So I'm going to sit on the fence as far as I think my best chance is. The market has got bugger all between the three of them, to be honest. We've got bossed up just on top, and that could be the case with him because he's going to get that soft run. But I've got not much between my three, and I think they'll all be in the finish.
Beautiful. And we'll move on to race 9. It is the open handicap over 1400 metres. We'll have 4 runners in this race. First of those we'll preview is Tenzing, our little friend behind us here, keeping us company. We'll carry 59 kilos. Jimmy Orman back in town for a few rides, so he jumps on board. We'll jump from barrier 9. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $41 for the win, $9 for the place. He's first up on Saturday. It will certainly improve with the run. He's had a couple of fitness building trials. And how do you think he will present there on Saturday?
Well, he'll present well. He's just you just got to give him the right sort of run. He's also got a very short sprint. If we could lob into a midfield spot on the back of the speed, I think he can sprint well at him. He's probably better when he gets to a mile. We'll duck him down in the Wollongbar for the Cup there in a couple of weeks' time. But I had a couple of setbacks with him early on, so we took it our time building him back up to this, and he'll present fit and well. He'll look good in the yard and he'll improve off it.
The second horse we'll preview is Rising Pacific. Will carry 56.5 kilos with Daniel Moore on board and drawn barrier 10. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $23 for the win, $6 for the place. Just a little bit disappointing there last start. I had to go back from the draw, drops back to 1400 here, how do you think it sets up for him from barrier 10?
I want to see him flow more in the run. I don't want to see that again. We snigged him back and he didn't react well to it. I think he gets back on a good deck here, which is very important to him. There was a soft track that day again, which he hates. He's just got to get good ground. I think he races, somewhere in the first 3 pairs just behind them, and if he can do that, he can run really well. I think he's sharp enough for 1400. He's working well enough to run well at 1400. I'd be shocked if he's not a massive improver of what we saw a couple of weeks back.
The third horse we'll preview is Warby. Will carry 51.5 kilos after Leah Martin's 3 kilo claim and drawn barrier 6. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $8.50 for the win, $2.90 for the place. He's just with his racing pattern, he needs things to go his way, but gets the track and trip in good conditions to suit, and a really nice lightweight on his back too.
Good ground suits him. A lightweight with Leah will suit him. I think she'll ride him well. I can't tip him. I like the horse too much. Every time I do, he gets beat. So I really do like him. He's just a grand old horse here. He's got so many bloody tricks, but I've always liked him at 1400. I went to the mile a couple of times now, and I really like him and I like him at Eagle Farm. This is his track for sure. His best races are run here. If we can have some behind us, it'd be great. If we can step well enough to have a few behind us, we can be midfield from a reasonably okay draw. Getting a soft run, he can sprint really well. If you look at the discrepancy in weight between him and like an Anna McCoray, there's not much. It's a big gap in weights, and I'm happy to take him on with that because he's got the ability to be there. If the right Warby turns up, which everything at home here tells me it will, then he will be in the finish for sure.
And the last horse we'll preview is Castillian. Will carry 54 kilos. Emily Lang on board and drawn barrier 14. Early odds at Ladbrokes are $13 for the win, $3.90 for the place. He was pretty good last start in this grade at this same track and trip. He will need a bit of luck from the draw, but he's progressing well. He'll certainly improve from that run last start.
Well, I think he'll make his own luck from the draw. We'll ride him forward. He'll settle in the first 4. Emily's a brilliant barrier rider, and she's riding really well. So I think she'll just roll up on him. He'll be up there. He'll either lead or be thereabouts. If someone wants to go flat out, he'll sit second or third. I thought his run was very good the other day. On a day it was hard to be up there. It may still be. It mightn't be as hard, that rail coming out a little bit, but he'll race forward. He needs this run. He's really improved off that last run. Physically, look at him. He's a different looking horse. He's really starting to take that step forward. I think this run trims him up nicely for that Wollongbar Cup as well. Big team to Wollongbar. I never thought I'd say it, but we've got a few going there for that meeting. So Dave, Dick and the crew, we'll be heading your way after this Saturday. But I think ridden positively, put him on speed, he can run well. His action's brilliant, his work's been great. He's a big improver off a few weeks back as we see his progression towards that next race. But he can run a really good race at odds.
Out of the 4, can you put one on top? There's a case for all of them, really, at pretty good value.
Look, I could easily back Rising Pacific and Castillian each way at their prices. Tenzing's probably going to need the run. My pick would probably be old Warby, but he's let me down more often than not. But I've got a soft spot for him, and I think Leah's the right rider for him. She's a really good horsewoman, and I think, you know, Pug rides him well. He's a relaxed dude. She's a pretty relaxed little girl, so I think she can ride him well. If she can gel with him, then I think he's the right horse for her.
Now, Tony, we are into the final furlong of the Final Gallop. Who is the stable's best winning chance at Eagle Farm on Saturday?
Well, I tossed up between the two of them, and I'm going to go Livalittle.
Livalittle?
Yep.
Beautiful. And best each way
well,
chance?
I'm going to go my I've got a heap of value sort of runners, but I'm going to go 2 each way because the way the market's going with Muncie unloading his wallet on his horse in the 3-year-old race, and he's got a big wallet, so there must be a bit on it, and he'll have a lot of blokes with big wallets with him. So we're getting out to 480 or something now in the markets. I just looked a minute ago. So Boonie booms each way for sure, and I will go with Warby, $8.50 each way as well. So, but I mean, I could easily have Fragile Love. I could have any of those ones in that other race. But you know, I'm going to go Boonie booms nearly at that $5, which is nearly an each way bet. I'll go with her each way, and I'm going to go the winner as in Livalittle. So, got a pretty good team in. We haven't got massive numbers yet. We're building up nicely through this period. But I think we'll have a pretty good day.
And provincials, we'll have a few going around at Ipswich tomorrow, possibly the Sunny Coast on Sunday. Anything for the punters to follow at the provincials there?
Pretty nice team in tomorrow, pretty competitive races there. I love that rail being back down low. Ipswich, love that. Nathan, all the team there.
Thank you.
Get rid of that wide rail. When it gets out past 7, just don't use it. Just go back in. That low rail's great. I think Lady Milan in that half mile. Probably the world's worst 800-metre trainer, but I think we saw her with the blinkers.
Done last time.
Yeah, we saw her with the blinkers on the other day. She gave nothing a chance. She's going to be right hard up on Bunny again. So I think that was the first time we've seen her, that blinkers tongue-tied gear change altogether. She was good. She's going just as well into this. So she's probably the pick of them there. We got chances sort of all throughout the day, however, but as usual.
And as always, a busy morning in track work this week on Tuesday morning, and a few headed out to Deagon as well. Anything for the punters to, or that caught your eye, especially in track work?
Tuesday was pretty smooth here. I really couldn't complain about March. I thought Boonie was really good. Obviously, that leg last week didn't miss any work, but I wanted to see her work well and still be about, and she was. So she's good. Tuesday at the trials at Deagon. Really happy with pretty most of them out there. There was nothing too much to come away with being disappointed, but Pembrey was the star of the show. Heads off to Sydney to run on the 22nd first up. So she'll head back to down to Pete's at Randwick and look forward to a good, hopefully a really good spring carnival with her. I think she's come back a much better filly.
Very good. And now it is time for Cab's Corner for this week, proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. Let's see what his stable multi is for the punters this weekend.
Welcome to Cab's Corner for this week. This week we'll travel to Eagle Farm. We'll go Livalittle a win, into Surprise Honey a place. That's over the $13 for the $1 outlay. Good punting, guys.
So Tony, Cav has gone Livalittle a win, into Surprise Honey a place. Nice little bit of value for the punters there. What are your thoughts on his little multi for this week?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, she's got, down with the lightweight and those blinkers off, and I think she runs right into the place the other day if she just relaxed a bit more mid-race. So if they do the job, he's on the money. Livalittle, I think you're just going to see what I'm feeling is a rinse and repeat, but a better horse again than what we saw a couple of weeks back. So I know he's gone up in weight, but he's a really smart horse, this horse. And when we can get him out past this mile towards the 2,000, you'll see an even better horse.
Very good. Well, Tony, good luck on Saturday. A good team at Eagle Farm and around the grounds as well. Kicked off the season in winning fashion this week. Hopefully we can continue that momentum into this beautiful winter weather. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Ekka season here in Brisbane, so the city starts to get pretty busy with the Ekka, but it's good. We're at August now. We're around the corner. We're at September. We're nearly into the spring. So good punting on the weekend and enjoy this really good Brisbane winter weather. Good luck, punters. Cheers.